I still remember the hum of the plane that night, steady and calm, completely unlike the storm brewing inside me. 12 hours in the air, my daughter asleep on my lap, her tiny fingers wrapped around mine. We were flying home to surprise him. 10 years of marriage, 10 years of shared dreams, late-night talks, and now it seemed shared deceit. When we landed, I didn't text him. I wanted to see his face, the kind of genuine surprise that can't be rehearsed. The taxi ride was silent, the city's distant hum masking countless secrets beneath its glowing lights. I unlocked the front door quietly. The familiar scent of his cologne lingered in the air, the one he always said he wore just for me. Then came the sound. Laughter. Soft, close, unmistakably familiar. My heart froze. I tried to convince myself it was just the TV. But when I opened the bedroom door, the truth stared back at me, sitting right there on the edge of our bed. My sister, her hair messy. His shirt draped over her shoulders. His shirt hung over her shoulders like a trophy, and there he was, my husband, lying beside her, bare and utterly at peace. The world went still. My heart slowed until it barely moved. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I simply stood there, absorbing everything. The angle of the morning light across his chest, the lipstick smudge on his pillow, the slow, steady rhythm of his breath. Then I turned away. I lifted my daughter into my arms. She stirred but didn't speak until we stepped outside. Her voice was small, steady. "Mommy, don't worry. I already punished Daddy." I froze. Her eyes met mine, too calm, too knowing for a 6-year-old. I didn't ask. I just held her tighter and whispered, "Good girl." I met him when I was 22, an age when love feels like fate, not a choice. He was magnetic, persistent, the kind of man who made every promise sound like poetry. And I believed every word because I wanted to. We built a life together, a home, a family, a daughter. My sister adored him, said he reminded her of our father, protective, patient, powerful. I should have listened to that last word. The cracks appeared slowly. Late nights, unexplained trips, the faint trace of a perfume that wasn't mine. I noticed, of course, but I pretended not to. Smart people do that at first. You watch, gather proof, wait for the right moment. When my daughter began drawing pictures of Daddy and Aunt Lily hugging, I understood. Children don't invent betrayal. They just see it plainly. A week later, I booked the flight, not for him, but for me, for the final act. While he slept, I stayed awake. I memorized the way his fingers moved across the keyboard and used it to reproduce his passwords. I uncovered how he stashed money, the secret accounts, the hidden messages. Every lie became a breadcrumb leading to his downfall. And when the moment arrived, I didn't confront him. I unraveled him. First, I moved all our shared funds into an account under my name. Then I forwarded his messages, every photo, every "I love you," to Lily and to her fiancé. Yes, she had a fiancé. Poor Daniel. So eager to make her happy, so utterly unaware. Then came the business. He had built it using my father's investment, technically my inheritance and legally mine to reclaim. I sold my shares quietly to his biggest competitor. The deal finalized the day before our anniversary. That morning, after we returned home, I sent the photos, the ones I'd taken at the bedroom door, to both of them. No message. Just the truth. It spread quickly. Her engagement imploded across social media. His company's stock plummeted by noon. He called me frantic, his voice shaking, words tangled with sobs that came far too late. I didn't answer. I let the silence swallow him whole. 2 days later, the police called. A gas leak at the house. The kitchen stove had been left open, and a spark from the refrigerator caused an explosion. No one was killed. He was in the hospital. They said it was an accident, but as I hung up, my daughter, sitting by the window, spoke softly. "I told you I punished Daddy," I turned to her. She was playing with her doll, her expression unreadable. "What did you do, sweetheart?" I asked. She didn't look up. "I turned the knob," she said softly, "the way Daddy does when he forgets things." I wanted him to forget everything. I said nothing. Just sat there, feeling the weight of her words settle over me like an undeniable truth. I knew she hadn't meant harm, not really. She'd simply seen too much, too young. But in that instant, a cold understanding washed over me. Revenge runs in the blood. He survived barely. His face scarred, his career ruined, his mistress gone. A perfect, cruel symmetry of loss. Sometimes I visit him, not out of love, but for closure. I watch him struggle to form words, to lift his head to meet my gaze. I always bring our daughter. She smiles at him, sweet, innocent, almost forgiving. But as we walk away, she always says the same thing. He remembers now, and maybe that's enough. Because revenge was never about anger. It was about restoring balance. And in the end, balance is all that remains of love.